Hello, my name is Jason and welcome back to I Have a Story. Um, I so much to talk about. Now, I'd like to share something a little different and start out a little different here and get to my story here in just a minute. But this morning, about 7:30 this morning, my cameras out back start going off and check my pictures, and coyotes are running through the woods chasing the deers. I really have a problem because while I enjoy nature and enjoy so much of it, the good and the bad, our DNR, what they have done here is just totally offset the entire balance of nature, and it's been devastating to our environment. So that's where I really have a problem. It's really, and especially these wolves. The wolves, people need to understand, they don't just kill things to eat. They kill anything they can find that moves. It's like they're bored animals out there looking for something to do, and the only thing they have to do is chase other animals and kill it. They just rip the throats out of all these animals, deer, I mean, all over. There's a guy who found 4 of them in his yard, has it all on video on his cameras, and wolf came in and just pounced 4 deer, ripped their throats out, and left the dead carcasses laying in his yard. Praise the wolf. So this is my problem with it, is that it's really upset the balance of nature, and I don't know if the DNR is just this stupid or if they're doing it on purpose. It's the only 2 options I go through my head. Either they're so dumb they think this is okay, or there's corruption. But you know, some pictures of the dogs running through the woods out back. But on the flip side, I got to enjoy the deer right outside my window this morning because they're hiding from the dogs and don't want to get killed. And I got to sit here from about 8 till 9:30 and enjoy deer right outside my window. And I didn't let my dog out just so I could sit here and enjoy watching them outside. There's some pictures of the deer. But what I really came on here to talk about was I got 2 phone calls yesterday. Doing this channel, I mean, I've really opened up. It's part. I'm in my heart. I feel so much joy in the fact that I can do this for people. But I also carry their pain inside of me too. I just thought of me. Stay tuned to Super Cinema Saturday. I'll show you more how I feel in a movie that just popped in my head. But wow, there's 2 points in that movie that I feel pain of. I'll share that on Saturday. Stay tuned for Super Cinema Saturday. And I'm going to ask people, please subscribe and like my stories and share my channel, help me grow. But I talked yesterday and aired my video yesterday about the call I got yesterday morning with the 72-year-old lady. Well, last night about, I don't know, I'm guessing it was around 8:30, I get a phone call from a man who, the moment I answered the phone, he was just crying and screaming at the top of his lungs. And I don't know how long it went on for. I couldn't say a word. I'm guessing like 20 minutes of just listening to him crying and screaming and losing it. He called me and said, Jason, you're the only one I can call and talk to about this and get it out, because I know you're going through it too. And so he got to actually talk to his son last night. While he was talking to his son says, Da, I love you and I want to come be with you. Mom took the phone straight away from the child. Started screaming at the kid that he's not supposed to have those feelings and say that. And then started screaming at the dad because it's his fault his kid wants to be with him and spend time with him. That's disgusting. That's illegal, immoral, corrupt, and the court systems all support it. So he just sits here and takes it because he tried fighting it, and all they did was get. This is the same man that lives in a van because he works 6 days a week, 10 to 12 hours a day, and after taxes and 51% of his paycheck going to her because she does not have to work. This is wrong. Isn't that bias? Isn't bias illegal in court? She does not have to work. So her income on paper is zero. Guess what she actually does? She's a masseuse who gives massages, and massages with happy endings, which is why he left her, because she became an alcoholic, a drug addict, and a whore. But yet she's the one who gets the kids, and he has to live in a van because after taxes and 51% of his pay off the top goes straight to her. How the hell is he supposed to live? He can't. He can't. Could you? This is also the same man that I aired the story about a year ago that she called him up and said, come see your son. It's going to be the last time you get to see him because I'm putting him up for adoption. He called me because he had that weekend. He called his boss, said, I can't work. I'm going to see my kid, and this is the last time I'm ever going to get to see him. And then he called me on his drive out there crying about it. And after I talked to him, I got to thinking, hey, I've got a home. My house is like a children's wonderland for my kids that aren't here because I was completely 100% dedicated to my kids. And my yard, it's the house, it was all dedicated to the kids. I called him up and said, hey man, I'll adopt him. He can still be a part of your life. Get your stuff back together, get back on your feet, get out from underneath this child support that you can't do nothing but drown and sink in. Get yourself a house, and then you'll end up with a kid in the end. He was in tears crying and I couldn't even understand what he was saying because he was so happy that I was willing to do that for him and that he was going to be able to be with his kid. So then he told her that, hey, got somebody to adopt our son. Wait, he's going to be a part of your life? No, she wouldn't allow that. So took the kid back down and said, nope, not putting him up for adoption. But she doesn't want nothing to do with the kid. But yet she doesn't want him to have the kid either. Why are children allowed to be used as manipulative tools, games, and then we wonder why they turn into what they do? And then the adults that turn into what they do, this is why he's an alcoholic. It's why I smoke so many damn cigarettes and I'm dying from it. And the court systems don't give a shit. He fought it, and there's nothing that go get. Emotions going through me. I mean, I ended up on the phone with him for hours last night. It's not right. Why is it when a parent wants to be a parent, they're not allowed to be? But as long as you're a woman and you don't want to be a parent and you don't want to work, we support that. But men, don't you at all be biased or racist or have bad feelings, go be a slave. That's all we are. A woman wants to have an abortion. If a father says, I want that kid, give me the kid. No, you're a dad. You don't mean shit. You have no rights. You have no say. You have no nothing. You're just a paycheck and a dollar sign and a slave. But yet I'm supposed to celebrate the 4th of July and think of freedom and happiness, right? BS is all it is. I felt his pain. I cried with him. This is all wrong. But yet I'm supposed to sit here and listen to women. I mean, it's one of the biggest things ranting through America is women wanting to kill their kids. But men aren't supposed to. We're the dirt in the bottom of everybody's shoe, right? No, not the dirt. We're the dog shit on the bottom of everybody's shoe. We're the ones who are the evil monsters, right? I'm sick of it. I'm sick of it for everybody's sake. It honestly isn't even right to the mom to be put in that position because that screws her up even more. All we do is create an absolute snowball headed to hell. And our systems are supposed to actually just stop all of it, but yet that's what they support and enforce and empower. Again, I'm really just getting tired of my country. The pain and the feelings of it all. Yay, I'm a free man.